What exactly are exosomes and how do they work?
Exosomes are these tiny vesicles that are released by almost all the cells in the body. And initially, when they discovered exosomes, they basically thought that they were the cell throwing waste away. But after years of research, they discovered that these vesicles are actually very important, and they contain key products like growth factors, proteins, amino acids, peptides, and they travel from one cell to another cell and carry messages and goodies from one place to another. So if you think of your body as a city, exosomes are FedEx trucks that go around the city and take packages and messages from one place to another. And they can send regenerative messages. So if there's a cell that's injured or that's not regenerating, it can send growth factors to that cell and help that cell start to regenerate and send, growth factors there so that it can start doing its thing again. And as we age, part of the aging process is our skin starts to thin.
Yeah.
We lose collagen, we lose elastin, our ability to maintain moisture goes down, so you see the wrinkles and the fine lines. And our exosomes are derived from adipose tissue, from skin. So they speak skin, they know skin, so these exosomes can go down to the skin and say like, hey, skin, start doing your thing again and pick up collagen production, pick up elastin production.
All the things that we need.
Yeah,
collagen,
exactly.
elastin. Those are my buzzwords right now because I have thin skin to begin with. Like, I don't know, my ethnicity, my background, my genetics. Like, I always say I have thin white girl skin. And in some ways it's good. Like, I was just talking about this again with Valeria because we were talking beauty stuff too. But I respond to things like lasers and all of that really well. But as I age, and I don't know if you noticed this, like 38 almost into 40, there's a lot that's happening and changing.
A lot. And it's really like 38, 37 where you're like, I don't know that I like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you're still very youthful, like through your early 30s, mid 30s. And it's so funny because when you are in that time in life, you're probably panicking. I definitely was. I was like, wow, this train is like going and there's no slowing it down. And oh my God. But then I look back to when I was like 35, 36 even. And I'm like, I was still pretty good. Like had lots of collagen and things were good. And then like late 30s, I feel like is when the wheels start to...
It is what it is. Everything kind of slows down.
Yeah.
I mean, even my body's ability to metabolize alcohol. When I was younger, I used to be able to go out, I don't know, party, drink all night, wake up the next morning and be fully functional. I could go get a workout in, like a whole day of productivity after a day of drinking.
Yeah.
If I have 2 glasses of wine now, I feel it the next day. Like I go to sleep, I have palpitations. Like I just don't feel good. Like my body is just not doing what it was doing back in the day.
Yeah, I hear that from all of my friends who drink, by the way.
Things slow down.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
A lot of things slow down.
So, you have to work on finding natural ways to kind of keep the wheels in motion, which is really what I think is so fascinating about the field of exosomes.
Mm-hmm.
If we can send those regenerative messages to where they need to go and get them to start doing what they were doing when we were younger, I mean, that's ideal. It's
like the future of skincare, I think.
I really do think it's the future of skincare, and I think it's the future of a lot of things. Mm-hmm. It's not FDA approved yet for injection, but instead of doing, PRP injection into a joint, can eventually we get to the point where we're doing exosome injections to joints to have, cartilage regenerate and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I really do think it's a future of medicine.
You have that medical background. So I'm curious if there are any other things that you see coming down the pipeline, because I know that you like to research and all of that. As far as beauty or anti-aging, obviously exosomes are like a major one, but anything else that...
I think exosomes is going to be a huge thing. I think we're seeing a big shift toward laser treatments, resurfacing, a lot of like microneedling and radiofrequency treatments. I recently did 3 sessions of Scarlet. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I don't know that
like
one.
Morpheus. Mm-hmm. And I do feel like I got a little snatch happening
You
here
look very tight.
that I didn't have before.
Okay. And you didn't lose fat.
And I didn't lose fat.
Okay.
But this is the thing that I think people think it's just like, oh, it's a machine, Morpheus. Anyone that has it, it's the same. But there are settings that your user, the person who's doing the machine to you adjusts. And not all settings are the same. If it's the needle's too deep, it's too hot, it can burn fat. So I feel like you need to just be very careful where you go and who your provider is, because it's not just a one setting a universal setting for everybody.
I think that for a lot of us, it depends on our body's own ability to heal and create more collagen. And for me, when I did radiofrequency microneedling a couple years ago, I did 1 session of Profound back then, and that was good. And then I did another session, and then it just like melted things. And I think that that is not necessarily even a provider error. You know, I think that it's my skin type. Again, back to that thin skin. I don't have a lot of fat. So that the fat that I did have, I really needed. So then I had to take it and put it back like from another place, and we're good now. But yeah, I think that that's something for people to consider.
And some people also like the heat from the needle, you know, like melasma, especially here in South Florida. A lot of people suffer from melasma. So it can make people's, you know, melasma and hyperpigmentation flare up. So I think people need to take things with a grain of salt when they hear, you know, their favorite celebrity or influencer doing things, because to your point, not everyone's skin is going to react the same way to the same treatment. I think you kind of have to find what works for you.